So one of the earlier players won very national and international medals in Germany, Phuket, etc. Ranked, now this is a big line, top 5 pickleball players in India in the 50 plus category. Big taaliyan. So we're sitting with ranked players also on this podium. That's the best part. Mihir Khandelwala, co-founder of Global Sports. He's an entrepreneur in the field of plastics recycling, but started playing pickleball in 2015. Hardly 50 players in India. Won a number of medals and titles over the years. Currently one of the top 35 plus players in India and Asia. Mihir ke liye taaliyan. Neeraj S. Jain, a partner and co-founder at Global Sports Pickleball, runs a construction company undertaking government contracts, but Dil mein as usual, sports enthusiast and pickleball lover. Solid player himself, logistical and scheduling backbone. This is the main guy of the company. All the problems, he's the problem solver. Divyesh Jain, a practicing chartered accountant, a core member of the team, Global Sports Pickleball, a pickleball addict, and I think they all are. And he runs the finance, operation, equipment promotion for Global Sports Pickleball. Big taaliyan. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the entire team. So big round of applause for them. They've taken it forward. But there's also more people that I'd like to introduce. First, before I introduce this lady who's going to sit right in the middle, there's a lot of support that needs to be given from people that are just mere enthusiasts. कुछ लोग होते हैं जो पैसा डालते हैं, कुछ लोग होते हैं जो प्यार को आगे बढ़ाते हैं. Then you need also people with very good circles that have a good mindset to understand how to influence the youth. Everybody wants to start a new sport in India because they say 1 billion Indians are there. अरे लेकिन 100 करोड़ की जनता को समझ पाना चाहिए क्या करना है. So I think to reach that right connect is very important. And I'd like to introduce Seema Singh, a social activist, philanthropist, and founder of Meghashray NGO. She's been working relentlessly over decades, you know, and underprivileged children se lekar women empowerment, all these issues she's tackled. But it's not just tackling, also being honored by the Champions of Change Award by former President of India, Mr. Ramnath Kovind. Seema, this NGO seems to have conducted huge camps everywhere. And I think it's one of the fastest growing sports in this country, as you'll realize today also. So big round of applause, Seema. Thank you so much. Please do join us. Please have a seat. I will introduce, जैसे हर एक फिल्म के किरदार होते हैं, ये प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर बड़े लोग हैं, लेकिन इनकी पिक्चर भी खाली हो सकती है अगर मेन किरदार ना इंट्रोड्यूस हो. हमारे जो लीडिंग प्लेयर्स हैं, all our players. Before I come to them, I don't want to keep them silent for so long, so I'll just have a word or two with you all. शशांक सर, आपसे बात करते हैं. You are, like I said, you are a hobby filmmaker. मुझे ऐसा लगता है.
सर प्लीज मत बोलिए. ये अगर खबर फैल गई तो जो एक दो प्रोड्यूसर बचे वो भी काम देना पड़ेगा.
सर आप हॉबी में 100 करोड़ ऐसे मार देते हो सर. आजकल वो तो नहीं हो पा रहा है. यू आर टू गुड एट योर फील्ड. ऐसे मुझे लगता है कई बार, यू नो, स्पोर्ट्स इज समथिंग इंडिया में लोग बोलते हैं, लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर इंटरेस्टेड. बहुत कम लोग लेकिन एक्चुअली कम आउट देयर एंड डिसाइड टू डू समथिंग डिफरेंट. इजी वाला होता है, सस्ता वाला होता है फुटबॉल. एक बॉल दे दिया, 20 लोग खिला लिया. और जिसमें स्किल होता है, जो लोग बहुत देखते हैं, जिनको लगता है वो है क्रिकेट. ये सडनली पिकल बॉल का आना एंड देन यू रियलाइज कि यार बहुत लोग खेलते हैं. सो इसका इंसेप्शन आपके दिमाग में कैसे हुआ?
तो आई थिंक स्पोर्ट जो एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो जिंदगी बचपन से मेरा एक लाइफ का हिस्सा रहा है. आई थिंक मेरा पहला एक्सपीरियंस था जब मैं 3 या 4 साल का था. मेरे पापा टेनिस खेला करते थे, तो आई वुड जस्ट गो ऑन द कोर्ट्स विद हिम एंड बॉल बॉय का काम करता था. और वो फिर जब अंकल्स खेलना बंद करते थे तो हमें 5 मिनट का मौका मिलता था. दैट्स हाउ द जर्नी बिगैन. पिकल बॉल जब मैं पहली बार देखा और खेला वाज इन एक्चुअली 2018 इन न्यूयॉर्क. एक बार मैंने खेला और एज अ टेनिस प्लेयर मैंने बोला ये क्या है.
क्योंकि कोर्ट साइज आधा है.
हाँ, ऐसे ये क्या है. बट फिर लॉकडाउन के बाद और मेरी जब फिल्म का प्रोडक्शन खत्म हो गया था, गोविंदा नाम मेरा, आई वाज वांटिंग टू गो बैक टू प्लेइंग स्पोर्ट. और तब आई रियलाइज कि इंडिया में भी पिकल बॉल आ गया है, मुंबई में भी पिकल बॉल आ गया है. एंड जस्ट बाय चांस मैं अपने क्लब पे खेलने गया, वहां पर नया कोर्ट बना था. आई सेड यार इंटरेस्टिंग गेम है. और जब मैं सेकंड या थर्ड टाइम ही खेल रहा था, मैं मिहिर से मिला. मिहिर भी वहां पर ऐसी गेम प्रमोट करने आए थे एंड वी स्टार्टेड प्लेइंग एंड ही सेड यार हमारे पास बहुत प्लेयर्स हैं, बाकी खेलो हमारे साथ. और जब मैं फिर जुहू में जाके खेलने लगा, आई रियलाइज कि इट्स अ वेरी वाइब्रेंट कम्युनिटी ऑफ प्लेयर्स प्लेइंग, right from 14-15 years of age to, you know, Suresh ji 50 plus. We have members who are 60-70 and all very competitive. Or I just found a opportunity to go and play every day. और जैसे जैसे मैं और स्टडी करने लगा आई सेड यार ये गेम इंडिया के लिए बहुत सूटेड है. इट इज नॉट वेरी हैवी ऑन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर.
करेक्ट.
इट्स अ गेम जो आप बच्चों को एक पैडल और एक बॉल दे दो. अरुण ने ये पैडल देखा और बोला मेरी बीवी तो मुझे इससे ही मारती है, पर ये वो नहीं है अरुण. इट्स अ पैडल टू प्ले द गेम. एंड आई सेड इट्स वेरी इजी एंड इट्स समथिंग जो अगर लाइक माइंडेड लोग मिल जाए तो आई थिंक कैन रियली हेल्प यंग बच्चों को. एक पैडल और बॉल दे दो हाथ में एंड यू नेवर नो व्हेन द नेक्स्ट चैंपियन कम्स आउट. So I think that's my interest, that's my greed, that it's a game which can really seep into the the real core of Indian society. It's a simple game. अगर आपके बिल्डिंग में बैडमिंटन कोर्ट है, बस वो नेट को ड्रॉप कर दो नीचे and just start playing pickleball. So I'm really very hopeful for the future.
और ये नेट को खुद डालने की जरूरत नहीं है, यही आके डलवा देंगे. I'll share one statistic with you. 350 से भी ज्यादा प्लेयर्स ने पार्टिसिपेट किया है फॉर दिस चैंपियनशिप जो चालू होने वाला है. 350. मैं क्रिकेट टूर्नामेंट ढूंढने जाना, मेरे को 20 लोग नहीं मिलते खेलने के लिए. 350 प्लेयर कहां से आ गए? एंड दे आर, एंड दैट इज द एवरी डे. लाइक आई सेड, दिस वुड बी वेरी सरप्राइजिंग प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हमारे सारे लोगों के लिए वंस दे रियलाइज दैट सो मेनी पीपल आर देयर. बट ऑल ऑफ यू टू शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंसेस. शशांक सर टुडे सबसे ज्यादा जानते हैं मीडिया को, तभी वो बता रहे हैं. But don't be shy today. So as we move forward, also let's start right up over there. So your first experiences when you're thinking about, see, when you play a sport yourself. Like earlier, I remember video games आप अकेले खेलते हैं, घर जाके you realize, अरे there's a tournament. Then you realize, oh my God, there's money. And then you realize, oh my God, दुनिया भर खेल रहे हैं. So how did that suddenly start to happen? Like from a small seed to reaching today here.
So I got introduced to the game because there is a court right outside my window. So every morning for a month,
right,
I woke up at 7 a.m. and used to see people playing. My dad started thinking, मेरा बच्चे को क्या हो गया, ये नीचे क्या देख रहा है, बीवी तो अंदर रूम में है, नीचे किसको देख रहा है.
right.
And it was the game of pickleball. Every day the knocking of the paddle and the ball, that beautiful noise made me go down. Then we started playing the game, and we started as players back in November 21. And now we are making people play proudly.
This lockdown has been wonderful for all of us. हमने rediscover किया है कि छोटे में कैसे सब कुछ बड़ा करना है. Because I really think that we rediscovered our brain cells a little bit more because of lack of opportunities that were there at that time. And I think you touched a great point there. But as Shashank mentioned age, sir, you are, like we mentioned, 50 plus when you're ranked. And as you go across the world and you've noticed, social media also has made the world a little smaller. What's the enthusiasm like in Southeast Asia, बाकी countries में? क्या आपने देखा? What have you seen, sir? Just grab the mics.
जर्मनी में मैंने 80 साल के आदमी को खेलते देखा पिकल.
80 साल?
80 साल.
My God.
फिट था वो. मतलब फिटनेस के लिए ये गेम मेरी एज के लिए ज्यादा अच्छा है. मतलब मैं फिट रह सकता हूँ ये गेम खेल के.
और कंपैरेटिव स्ट्रीक वैसा ही है क्या सर? मतलब हराना तो हराना ही है.
मतलब आज ये टूर्नामेंट जो हो रहा है इसमें 50 प्लस में 24 पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं.
Are you serious? Actually, I am 43. I should not think 50 plus is very big. It doesn't seem so far away now for us. पहले ऐसे लगता था 50 plus. Yeah. So yeah. Sir, वो 80 वाला बोलो, better है सर वो. 70, 80 वाला बोलो, वो better है.
ये 90 years तक का इसमें लिमिट है.
Sir, this is brilliant. Wow, इसके लिए तालियां यार. This is तालियां. Yes. Last time I had seen this kind of age was only marathons. ख्वाजा सिंह ना 100 की उम्र में वो मैराथन कर रहे हैं. But this is brilliant what it is. So you were the first person who told Shashank, listen, you're not alone, huh? There are more people. So इसकी story बताओ sir.
So I basically started playing in 2015.
Right.
Okay,
so you're the first player on this panel to start playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right then when I played for the first time, I happened to play at Jamnabai school, and
Right.
I was really surprised that a game existed like this and was already being played. So from 2008 up to 15,
Right.
the game was there in existence, but it was at a slower pace. It's a very difficult game for people to make understand. So as Shashank also said, once he saw it first time in 2018, ye kya game hai? So that's the first perception. But trust me, if you start playing it for like 7-8 times,
Right.
after that you will be after my life. I want to play till I die. That's the exact nature of the game.
Let's be honest now, before I move on. Facility wise, you can convert a baddie court, you can convert maybe even a tennis court by bringing lines in the middle. So as such, it's not so difficult for conversion, right? You can have multiple courts being used for multiple purposes. Am I right about that?
Yes. So in fact, the cost of developing a court here, if there is a badminton or a tennis court, it's zero. So you
that's
just
brilliant.
make the lines.
Just make the lines only.
Those are tapes which are easily available in the market.
Wow. So this is the perfect. No cost to make the courts. This is the best part. Now this is should be a key line. Pickleball is for everyone with no cost involved to make it.
You can't say that because then we start infrastructure. They like zero में बना के दो.
And speaking of infrastructure, being a developer, sir, are you planning to give वो जो आजकल amenities आती हैं buildings में? Are you planning to hard sell your pickleball in the amenities of your buildings that you're making?
Yeah, so thanks to social media now, all the developers are like, we want to start this as a part of an amenity in all the schemes.
Right.
And we have already got 3 contracts today
Wow.
only.
Talia, this is good news.
So everyone saw this game on the social media and they realized that this game is more competitive also and it's not more stressful also to all the, and this game can be played from the age of 8
Yes.
till like Suresh bhai said 90. And
Right.
there is no age barrier, there is no gender barrier for this game, which is very unique about this game.
Yeah, actually here you are able to negate the gender barrier. Because it's about कलाइयों और skill. वो तो बहुत लोगों में हो सकता है. It's not like about endurance also. That is a big deal. You know, and when we talk about, sir, just the general perception of, you know, when people say logistics wise and all, you know, so when you're looking at cost, logistics and people involved, what's your thought when you tell people, listen, I'm involved with pickleball? So yes, of course, first question में क्या है ये? उसका Google में check कर लिया, 5 सेकंड में 5 वीडियो आ जाते हैं. मैंने भी यही किया था 28. अरे वाह, अरे सर अमेरिका में तो बहुत टाइम से खेल रहे हैं. This is my first reaction. But beyond that, the next question that people say is, चल पाएगा? What do you have to say to that?
No, this is the first thing what you said, that it is the first question for everyone. But 100% हमारा aim यही होता है कि आप चलो और खेलो. Because once you play, I am very much sure that, as Mihir said, couple of times you play, you are not going to leave this game. And this is what we follow, that you come and play. We keep clinics and demos for everyone, like once a week or twice a week, and let them play. Let them have the feel of the game, and then they definitely start with it 100%.
वैसे टीम के क्लियर earmark definitions होते हैं. Somebody is doing the finance, somebody is doing this, somebody is doing that. But as a team, do you all really actually talk like that when you all meet in a group, or who's like who decides everything? See, Shashank is a director on his film set. Is he allowed to be director here also?
Yeah. I mean, we all are working as a team and doing good. That's the reason we are here.
It's a brilliant diplomatic answer.
Why do you think he gets government tenders? It's because of his diplomacy.
Yeah. सीमा जी आप इसमें आ गए हो. Difficult to convince you. I must say first of all, you know what you're doing a brilliant job with that. You know, I think just going out there, कहना बड़ा आसान होता है ना. Let me give some opportunities to children that don't have all the means. But beyond the point of time, everyone starts to say, is it worth it? Can I, you know, so that you're doing it for so long and you've been recognized also is brilliant. But this is a great way. Sport is the future, I think, for all sports in India. But this is a different kind of sport. One sec, we'll just restart the lights. Wire निकल गया, just आपके बाजू में ही है नीचे, अंदर डाल दो बस. थोड़ा दूर रहना, अगर वो इलेक्ट्रिक्यूट हो गई, you should not be.
Salil, you also join our organizing team.
Absolutely, sir.
यहीं से खड़े खड़े इसने सब organize कर दिया.
Yes. So just for you to come on board, did it take like क्या होता है ना जब people are they are playing. I also have not played. एक phone call लगा, थोड़ा discussion हुआ. आपके साथ भी ऐसे ही था? Was it easy for you to come on board or what? What were the magic words?
See, as a founder of Megashray, I'm working for society.
Right.
जब भी मुझे मौका मिलता है सोसाइटी के बेटरमेंट के लिए काम करना, और स्पोर्ट्स जो है हमारे इंडिया में बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट हो गया है और इसका फ्यूचर बहुत ब्राइट है. और जब मैं शशांक जी से मिली और इन्होंने मुझे इस गेम के लिए स्पोर्ट्स को इंट्रोड्यूस किया, मेरे लिए पहली बार मैंने इस स्पोर्ट्स को सुना था और मुझे अच्छा लगा, इसका कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छा लगा. और थ्रू माई NGO मैं अपॉर्चुनिटी तलाश करती हूँ लोगों को एक प्लेटफॉर्म देने के लिए, और मुझे ये बहुत अच्छा लगा. तो इसके लिए मैं इस स्पोर्ट्स से जुड़ना चाहिए और मैं इसके लिए शशांक जी को थैंक्स बोलती हूँ कि मुझे भी इसका पार्ट बनाया इन्होंने.
इतना बोलना काफी नहीं होगा. शाम को जब होगा आपको भी एक आध बार मारना पड़ेगा बैटल के साथ.
डेफिनेटली
But मैं
आई वुड लव टू.
एक चीज जरूर कहना चाहूंगा. हमारे इवेंट पार्टनर्स हैं, MT है, दाऊद कमरान हमें हेल्प कर रहे हैं. और जैसे मैंने उनको इस स्पोर्ट के बारे में बताया, इन्होंने बोला कि शशांक वी हैव टू गो टू मेगाश्रेय फाउंडेशन, बिकॉज उनका जो विजन है it is betterment of society. They're already doing great work when it comes to underprivileged children, to the girl child education in this country. But उनका एक जो vision है, it's broader than just that.
Wow.
She doesn't limit education to just saying books and pens.
Correct.
Education, sports education is the greatest education.
Fun is important. बच्चे तभी तो खेलेंगे और पढ़ेंगे.
और मुझे लगता है जो लोग sporting background से आते हैं ना, वो life में defeat better handle कर सकते हैं. They actually know how to rise after they fall down, you know. So a lot of times जब मेरी भी कोई picture अगर नहीं चली तो बोलते हैं how do you handle it? I said I'm an athlete, I know how to bounce back.
Correct.
So I think उनका vision from Megashray is that society का जो education है, it can happen in many ways, and I think that's how it became a perfect fit.
Yes, totally agree.
एक और भी चीज होता है, अगर पिक्चर अभी नहीं चली 2 साल थोड़ा गैप लेना पड़ता है. 3 का गैप लोगे तो क्या पता थोड़ा और पैसे भी बढ़ जाएंगे. बट जाते बिफोर आई इंट्रोड्यूस आवर प्लेयर्स, जस्ट वन मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. ये पिकल बॉल शब्द कहां से निकला था? हु चोज दिस ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड? Like when did it start? Somebody had
उसको हम लोग भी ढूंढ रहे हैं.
पिकल बॉल.
I only wish they could have kept a better name.
It was this ball a smelly ball? मतलब ऐसा कुछ हुआ होगा ना?
Because I remember my mother saying कि तुम अचार के साथ कुछ कर रहे हो. ऐसे नहीं, it's not अचार, it's pickle. I think the concept of pickle ball was कि अगर ये sport में कोई zero पे हार जाता है, so we have a phrase that says he got pickled. He was zero पे हार गया. So that's how it came in. Game तो invent हुआ था 1955-65 में. तो वो
ये ब्रिटिशर और अमेरिकन लोगों ने ना बहुत अलग बना दिया इसको.
उन्होंने अच्छा नाम रख दिया.
So the story goes is in 1965,
Right.
4 guys who started playing at a court.
Yeah.
When they were playing with this some kind of a ball, not really the same ball.
Right.
So their dog's name was actually Pickle. That's the story. Yeah. So the game got its name from there.
Yeah.
And then since the name Pickle came in, so there are certain terminologies related to the game,
Right.
such as the kitchen line, and these are the terms which are there.
Right.
It's all related to kitchen, but it does not mean at all that it's a kitchen household game.
How did they know that 70 years later it would become so big?
Yeah, so it's super big, and people like Bill Gates and everyone, all of them play this game right now.
Wow. What a story, huh? Imagine we're also learning this a little bit today. Okay, now like I said, the most important part is always the actors of a story, how they put it together, how they take it forward. And eventually, ये जो सारे हमारे खिलाड़ी हैं, ये जितने बड़े हो जाएंगे, that's how big the sport will become. It takes one player to become very big, and then the sport becomes a national and worldwide sensation. So the top pickleball players of the country have gathered here. Isha Lakhani, formerly ranked the #1 tennis player in India. Isha is now focusing on playing pickleball at the highest level with multiple gold, silver, bronze medals in the last year at the Bainbridge Open in 2022, Global Sports Goa Open in 23, and Asian Pickleball Open in 23. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Isha Lakhani. Can we please have you come and just bow to them right there in the middle, and just right in the middle, yeah, so that the press catches you, and then just we'll take the mic as well. I love these words attached with you. Ranked the #1 tennis player in India, gold, silver, bronze medal, winning everywhere. It becomes so easy for players once they start winning to, that's what people think, to go from one sport to another sport. But was it just a very simple extension? I was discussing with Shashank. A lot of tennis players wo mid court mein start karte hain warm up. So was it just an extension where pickleball happened just like that, or no?
I had stopped playing professionally.
Right, yeah.
Like about 10 years back, because tennis, there's a lifeline to it.
Yes.
And then I got introduced to pickleball and
Yes.
we got into it. Your question with regards to how easy
Easy the transition. Yes.
Yeah, see, we already have a technique.
Right.
So for us to play is easy,
Right.
but it is a total different thing. So, there's a lot of patience, aggressiveness, and plus at the same time to be defensive.
Right.
There are a lot of things.
Yeah.
So it's challenging, but it's so addictive, as they all say.
You are winning gold medals everywhere. आपके लिए क्या challenging है? Singles, doubles सब में जीत रहे हो. Who is challenging you? I want to know this.
Abroad, yes. India maybe.
No problem. You don't have to be modest. The #1 player. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Isha. Thank you. Please have a seat. See, this is the problem. Professional sports players ना बहुत humble होते हैं. जो ज़्यादा बोलते हैं ना आए, they are not the professional sports players. ये होते हैं professional sports players. Himanshu Devaskar, one of the top-ranked Indian and Asian players in the plus 35 category. His achievements include gold in men's double, mixed doubles at nationals in India, gold in the 35 plus in the Asian Open, the Phuket 2023, gold in the singles 90 plus open intermediate at Bali, Indonesia, all over the place. And it's just a testament to the fact that a person can do also something else professionally, start doing this professionally, continue to win, and still, sort of have the hunger to do more. So, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Himanshu Devaskar. So, please.
Hello, everybody.
Sir, thank you so much for joining us. ये तो सारे आपके दूसरे achievements हैं, but you are also a banker and financial advisor. तो पहले मैं ये सवाल करता हूँ, सर अभी मार्केट जैसे चल रहा है ना, जो नंबर 1 चीज है और ट्विटर और अभी इन्वेस्ट करें या थोड़ा सा दूर रहे? About second question will be about pickleball. पहले ये बताओ.
So you want a standard answer? You want an honest answer?
No, honest answer, sir. Honest answer.
So honest answer is, I think, depending upon your financial goals, I think investment is the best way to plan your future. Now it could be through a real estate investment, it could be equities, or it could be any other investment. Primarily depending upon your goals. Correct. That's the honest answer. So there's no set formula.
Correct.
So probably that I can relate to pickleball now. That I can relate to pickleball now. If you ask me the next question, I have already answered. Okay, yeah.
Pickleball itself is picking up, right? My God, that's also matching now, but it's true, it is picking up. And it's spreading. Like I said, मैं shocked tha when I got to know that 350 people had sort of given entries.
Yeah.
In Goa, almost 250 plus. पहले इतने सारे प्लेयर खेल रहे हैं, ये बात अलग है. फिर competitive level पर खेल रहे हैं, ये दूसरी बात है. और तीसरी बात ये है कि it's not yet a league, which is we're going to come to a discussion on now.
Absolutely.
But the kind of interest is incredible. So are you shocked also about this?
Probably, I'll relate to one advertisement that's doing rounds recently,
Right.
Sports कब extracurricular activity बन गया पता नहीं, right? So I think all of these guys have proved that sports is not just an extracurricular activity. If you want to really make it part of the activity, then you have to put that effort and reach to the masses, right? And एक पुरानी कहावत है कि कारवा बढ़ता गया, लोग जुड़ते गए.
Right.
So I think this sport is sort of a family game. So when you play along with the player. Right? So होता क्या है कि as Shashank would agree, once you come and meet people, it has been if you ask me, it has been a very humbling experience, right? हमारे my parents and your parents and everybody's life, there's a saying that life begins at 40.
Right.
When I turned 40, I could not relate to that phrase. Being in corporate world, that mess, routine, mundane work. So today I'm 45. So 1.5 years back, when I first had the same experience that DVS told, I was going by and I heard it tick, 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 tick. And I just turned and started. From that day, I think that phrase relates to me, life begins at 40. And I could do that. And probably a lot of people of corporate world, I'm per se saying that if they are reached in the proper way, I'm sure this game will relate.
I completely agree with you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. And also, I think a lot of corporates also are really heavily into health, understanding the part that the work-life balance की बहुत जरूरत है. तो वैसे ही corporate structure के अंदर भी इसे काफी promote करना चाहिए. I do agree with you on that. Pranav Rohira, one of India's top doubles players, his trophy cabinet. First of all, everyone here's trophy cabinet is gold and silver. So let's just go into that. First Indian Masters in 21, Asian Open Championship. Also there, a huge gold medal there. Phuket, which is of course Southeast Asian countries में by the way इसका बहुत है. तो Thailand में है, Indonesia में इसका बहुत प्रचार भी है. Pranav also intends to dedicate his life to pickleball and has already started coaching the future champions as well. So ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Pranav Rohira.
Hello everybody.
You're already thinking about coaching, buddy, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I want to make this game to the next level. I want a lot of champions under me, so it gives me happiness.
Fantastic, fantastic. When you think about because you're talking about coaching, is it just really about the skill in the hand, the eye-hand coordination? Because Indians generally, from hockey days, we were always very dexterous with with our hands. We're very good with that. Power की थोड़ी कम रहती थी Indians की पहले. Now nutrition has changed a lot. Do you still think that Indians still have the maximum mastery with their hands? Look at other sports also like badminton and all that. We still seem to have deft touches. Is that true to the case now also?
It is true, but see, if you've also played any racket sport, you pick up this game pretty easily. But it's not that other players who have not even played this game, they are also picking it up. So I agree with this actually.
So as a coach, are you discerning when you look at all the players? नहीं इससे नहीं हो सकता, इससे हो जाएगा. ऐसे?
No. I have faith in almost every player that I coach because see, this game, the beauty of this game is you can pick up at any age. That's the best. In US also there's a 90 plus category, and it is not.
I'm sorry, did you say 90 plus?
Yes, 90 plus. And I'm saying it is not an impossible task for a 35 plus player to beat a 19 plus player.
Wow.
So I think this game is going to explode right now.
Fantastic. You know, like I said, this is a very surprising press conference. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Pranav. Please do have a seat.
Salil, start the game. You have 40 years
career
ahead of you.
Hey, what you were saying was reminding me a lot of music directors these days. Talent सब में देखो हमारे पास ऑटोट्यून है तो आपको बस आके गाना है उसके बाद we'll make sure the song is there for you. But it works. These days, a lot of people have a lot of faith in themselves, but sometimes you know you need the right person to spot it. So maybe you're that kind of person who will spot it. Harsh Mehta, another double specialist. He's been ruling the domestic tournaments in recent years, and I think I will ask you a question on that because I think to understand what is the reach in the domestic world, that's very important. Golds at Bainbridge Cup, Indian Pickleball at Goa, Indian Masters Open in 22, National Championships at Ahmedabad, and the Ahmedabad State Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Harsh Mehta.
Hello.
Domestic tournaments. A lot of our athletes go abroad to get more competitiveness.
Right.
Because क्या होता है कि if you're playing with the same 10 players every day, they know your weaknesses, they know how you're doing.
Right.
So would you rate your skill high when you look at pickleball videos and you know even 3D images or games that you played across? How would you rate your own skill?
So talking about international players, I think we all have mostly played with almost all Asian players.
Right.
And we have done pretty well with them.
Right.
We've competed and we've won many medals. So, and talking about international players like in USA,
Right.
I think their skill level and their athleticism, what we talk about the power and the athleticism which they have is I think a level up than the Indian players currently. But we do have the exposure. I think everyone over here will definitely provide us with the facility and the exposure. And once we start playing with them at that level, at that
Right.
skill level, I think we have the capacity to compete and beat them.
You know, actually I was speaking to some of these WPL players, you know, the women's Premier League players. So I was asking them, because a couple of them live in my building, and I asked them, what's the biggest difference that you feel sometimes with the Australians and the British players? They said skill level 0, fitness levels maximum.
Right.
They said our Indian players' fitness levels they're a lot lazier.
Correct.
So you say you're lazy?
No.
Yeah,
I'm not saying we are lazy, but probably the genetics is playing a big role over here. Even when you see a 16-year-old girl, like example Anna Lee Waters, one of the best women players in USA.
Yeah.
She is 16 years old, but probably much fitter than almost every one of us.
Right.
And you can't make out that she's 16 years old only.
So you got to up your game as far as fitness is concerned.
Right. Yeah, that is the main.
So when you ask for the facilities, they're going to say fitness दिखाओ पहले, तुम्हारा भी yo-yo test करेंगे. Thank you, buddy.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You have to be careful, huh? I play a lot of sports and I'm part of a lot of leagues, so you have to come prepared with the answers, huh? All right. Next up, Vanshik Kapadia, ranked number 3 in India and Asia. This 18-year-old is the future of pickleball in India. Just for that line, big round of applause. And a lot of pressure, which are already. Golds at the first Maharashtra State Open Championship, first of Asian Championships in Phuket, National Championships, the Indian Masters. He's displayed proficiency in singles as well as doubles. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for this 18-year-old sensation, Vanshik.
Hello everyone.
What are you, 6'2", 6'1"?
5'11" I guess.
This is what a 5'10" person always looks. But you see, तुमको 6+ हो गया, क्योंकि मैं कम हूँ. Lots of pressure already on you. So, you know what happens? In a sport which is new, they want that one star player. यहाँ लिखा जा रहा है कि तुम हो. Now, but the pressure can be taken. It happens a lot also. Like we kept searching for the Kapil Dev after Kapil Dev. And we kept switching it over. We kept searching for the Leander Pace after Leander Pace. And we kept switching it over. The advantage is that there is no person before you. So I think that's the advantage that you have. But how else are you taking this, because you've got age on your side and retirement is to thinking, right? It's like golf, which is great. But what do you think you need to work on to make sure that, you fulfill the potential that people are seeing in you?
So firstly...
and give a good shot to the media, man. Yeah.
So firstly, actually credits to all these guys who are...
I'll stand here so that you can look that.
So they are promoting this sport at a big level, global sports and all these guys. So firstly, to become a good pickleball player, you need to have good fitness levels and athleticism. So that's the main key, and the focus and the mental levels that you need to pursue this game. If you are down at any given point, you just need to calm yourself and then get back and give it back to the players. So that's the main thing.
Are you doing a lot of mental yoga and those kind of, there's a lot of focus-based coaches are also coming there for the competitiveness, because temperament is most important. Your hands start shaking when you're about to serve for match point. It happens a lot.
Yeah, so that happens often to me, but for that I have my mom. So my mom helps me through my mental pressure. Through my mental pressure and all the temperament issues, and my dad helps me in my techniques and all those stuff.
The mom uses this, huh?
Every day, every single day, I have one at least.
Well done, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Age-old methods never change. Tejas Mahajan, ranked number 2 in India and Asia. Tejas has already represented India and Bali, winning the silver medals. A round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen. Gold and silver in the Asia Open Phuket Senior National Pickleball. He's going to make India proud. Big round of applause for Tejas Mahajan. I want you to look straight into the cameras and talk. Like, think I'm standing behind there.
नमस्कार सब लोग को.
तेजस कैसा है? मतलब सिचुएशन ऐसा हो जाता है, ऑलवेज लोग एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं. आप एक्साइटेड कितने हो यार? अगर ये लीग बन रहा है, ये बड़े बड़े लोग आ रहे हैं, बड़े बड़े लोग इन्वॉल्व हो जाएंगे. ड्रीम हर किसी की अलग रहती है कि मुझे एक अच्छा प्लेयर बनना है, लेकिन वो अच्छा प्लेयर बन के देख रहा कौन है? यही पहले सवाल होते थे. मुझे याद है जब कुछ ऐसे टूर्नामेंट्स में यूट्यूब पर 20 लोग देख रहे होते थे, तो लोग बोलते थे मैं खेल किसके ले रहा हूँ. तो नाउ व्हेन यू हैव टेलीविजन और यू हैव ऑल दिस मीडिया, तो क्या बोलना चाहेंगे सारे फाउंडर्स को भी, प्लस आपके बारे में भी क्या बताना चाहेंगे पब्लिक को? सीधा देख के बता दो.
सर, मेरे को पहली बात मतलब पब्लिक को नहीं दिखाना, मेरे को मेरे लिए खेलने का पहले से. प्रेशर मैं कभी लूंगा नहीं. जैसे खेल रहा हूँ वैसा आगे तक खेलते रहूंगा. पहले 20 लोग देखते थे, अब 400 देखेंगे. खेलते रहूंगा सर.
मम्मी पापा क्या बोलते हैं आप? जो क्योंकि लीग अब थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया, अभी फोटो उठा जाएगी, अखबार में आएगी, थोड़ा सा तो रहता है ना यार.
मम्मी पापा बहुत खुश है सर अभी तो.
बस सुपर है. थैंक यू. उनको सच्चा खिलाड़ी ऐसे ही होता है, ज्यादा बोलता नहीं है ना. बस आदित्य रोयला तो
इसके लिए मैं खिलाड़ी नहीं बनता.
सर इसलिए हम लोग कमेंटेटर साइड पे रहते. वी आर ऑल दोस पीपल. अगर आईपीएल हमारे टाइम में आया होता ना, हम लोग का ये सब है. हम लोग नेट बॉलिंग भी करते हैं, बट रियलिटी इज वेरी डिफरेंट. आदित्य रोयला द नंबर 1 रैंक प्लेयर इन इंडिया एंड एशिया, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन. I love it when he's number 1 ranked. He's already a fan favorite. His trophy cabinet shining with gold. Asian Pickleball Open, Thailand, World Pickleball Championship, Bali, Indian Masters 22. सब जगह नंबर 1 है. तालियां हो जाए. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Aditya, please.
Thank you for your kind words and namaste to everyone.
तुम definitely 6+ हो.
I'm 6'1".
Yay! Well done, buddy. I can stand lower and look shorter. Looks good. All these lovely words are there. You've got to look in front. You've got a mark on your back always when you're number 1 in the country. सब लोग ये बोलते हैं कि मुझे ऐसे बनना है, मुझे इसकी तरह बनना है. So they start watching the game a little bit closer. Whenever you see, earlier we used to not have footages of the best ranked players in the country. Now people study them. As competitiveness increases, as prize money will increase, all these things will happen. Have you sort of studied your own game and do you watch your competitors as well to figure out कि यार मेरी chinks in the armor क्या है? क्या मुझे better करना है? What do I need to make better?
So my coach was a former number 1.
Right.
So I always, he's my mentor and I always look up to him. Everything I am today is just because of him. Wow. And so thank you Nikhil Bhaiya. And I want to answer you, yeah, I do watch my game where I make mistakes, where I'm not smiling in front of the camera, where I'm just, that point. So I do watch my games. Yeah.
How much of pickleball is about even the flamboyance of a player? A lot of sports are about, I'll give a classic example. Steve Waugh and Mark Waugh. Both were great players, but somehow because of the way Mark used to play, people used to love him more. Yeah. But Steve Waugh made twice the number of runs. But yaar, usko kam mil jata. So how much of it is flamboyance also in pickleball? Like even Agassi used to wear his multicolored clothes and come and play, and they found him exciting and Sampras boring. Yeah. Eventually we all know who won more Grand Slams. So in this case also, is it something like that also, that you have some colorful players or more flamboyant, but you might be technically a little better? Is that comparison there in pickleball as well?
I don't think so. The plus point of pickleball is that, my plus point is I have a good height. good reach.
Oh,
And
yes.
I played professional tennis for 6 years, so helping me in the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty much that's it.
So you basically need to, you're 6'6", you will win all the time, is it? Right, so I get it.
Yeah.
But thanks so much, buddy. Thanks so much. Dhire you're getting all the insights of what will actually help you win. But yeah, height is a very, very big thing that we have there. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, those who are our players, a big round of applause for them. Alag professions where they've been playing, and I will ask some questions to our entire panel as well. We've had just a brief chat with them. Shashank, you've been seeing all these players. It's going to be tough to sort of, they are playing the game, but to popularize it, what have you thought about? Kya aise karna padega so that, while they continue to play, the others come and say, I want to be him. How's that going to happen? That's going to be your problem, so as to say.
I think the first thing is to create awareness of the game itself. I think if within the next 6 to 8 months we can remove the doubts of the name, like the minute I go to someone and say, hey, I'm here for pickleball, they should know what the game is.
Right.
Rather than saying, acha, ye kya? So I think once the awareness increases, people automatically, we live in such a strong social media world that the minute you hear something new, you want to go and click and figure out what it is.
True.
So the minute people all across the country just start hearing pickleball, they'll start going and clicking on videos. They start seeing videos, they'll start seeing the game, and then they'll start realizing that Indians are doing very well at the game. We are performing at the domestic level, at the Asia level already. Our aim is that soon we have an interaction with the American players, because that's where the game is being played at the highest level as of now. And I feel this is one game where we can all compete together, because if you remember tennis in the 50s and 60s, we did very well because it was more skill based and less power. Here again, power and speed, of course, that's become the game of athleticism right now, but still it's a very skill based game. And I think Indians have the advantage when it comes to racket sports. Last 3 years we've been performing phenomenally well in badminton as well.
Yes.
We've had performances which we've never seen before. So I think this is a game very well suited for us. And I think our aim really is to just create awareness for the next year and a half, so that now when we start going and meeting more sponsors, more people, so that we can increase the prize money in the game.
Yes.
We need to come to a stage where anyone who picks up a paddle believes they can make a career with this sport. And the minute that mindset comes in, no parent will stop the child from playing, right? We spoke about our times when we wanted to be cricketers or tennis players, and the parents were like, but what's the future, right?
True.
The minute IPL came in, it just revolutionized the way cricket was also seen. Right? Now we don't have stories of a child saying, "मैं cricket खेलना चाहता था, but मम्मी पापा मना करते."
Correct.
Today, mummy papa like, "Beta, IPL contract." So I think the mindset will change only once people start realizing that it's a sustainable game.
Yes.
You can make a career out of it, and the good thing is you can actually have a 25-30 year career in this game. So if you start playing this game as a 15-year-old, you can actually play at a very high level till the age of 41, 42. You can compete with the young guns at that age. I mean, Roger Federer showed it at the age of 40. He could compete. This game is actually, I would push it till 45. So it's a sustainable game. It's a game which is, as I've already mentioned, it's cost effective. But I think our role is going to be awareness and trying to ensure that there are enough tournaments across India as well, so that young players can just look at the tournaments and say, hey, I can make a career in this. I might probably make more money than an MBA does. And I think if we are successful at that, then this game is really going to become big.
I think it's the right time also. People are looking at alternate careers also. कुछ और भी करना चाहते life में. Schooling में बहुत जरूरी है. सीमा जी, how do you think इसको हम स्कूल के करिकुलम का हिस्सा कैसे बना सकते हैं? Nowadays, do you think that is a possibility? जहाँ वहाँ पे awareness होगा, शायद एक grassroots level पर बहुत सारे schools में pickleball tournaments organize करने पड़ेंगे. ये क्या possibility है या फिर ये logistically थोड़ा मुश्किल है? आपको क्या लगता है?
स्पोर्ट्स जो है, अगर आप स्कूल में उसको करिकुलर में डालते हैं तो उसको प्रमोट करने में और उसको रिकॉग्नाइज होने में इजी हो जाता है. पेरेंट्स भी उसको इम्पोर्टेंस देते हैं जब स्कूल उसको ऐड ऑन करता है. अदरवाइज बहुत लाइटली लिखते हैं. तो मुझे लगता है स्कूल अगर इसको ऐड करता है तो डेफिनेटली स्पोर्ट्स को एक ताकत मिलता है और सब लोग इसको वैल्यू करते हैं.
Just to update also कि in the current Olympics that's going to happen, they're already planning to showcase pickleball
Wow.
for the future Olympics as well.
That's big.
So
big
there
round
is
of applause, guys. Wow.
there is a realistic possibility that maybe in 28 or 32, pickleball already becomes an Olympic sport.
और ये बहुत बड़ी बात इसलिए है क्योंकि क्रिकेट पिछले 30 सालों से ट्राई कर रहा है और ये नहीं हो पा रहा है वहां पे. So I guess नहीं, because उनको ये रियलाइज होता है कि नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीज प्लेइंग.
तू हमारा झगड़ा क्रिकेट से मत करवा.
सॉरी यार.
हम लोग पिकलबॉल प्रमोट करने आए.
मैं बस बोल रहा हूँ यहाँ पे ये जीत रहे हैं.
ये बड़ी हिम्मत नहीं बोलिएगा.
But this is very important. Why? Because once you get Olympic recognition now, then everything changes. It happens to a lot of sports also. आप अपने लोगों के बीच में थोड़ी ना खेलना चाहती. You want to take it on a global level also. So this is also collectively for all of you all. How did you all think of suddenly doing this on a larger level? You know, playing. Shashank is coming last. You're already playing at various levels. You're thinking that it's a fun sport to play. But you want to take it to the next level. How did that association happen? So anyone from the team can speak.
Since I have been playing since 2015, I was...
Here is the granddaddy of pickleball. Huh? Yeah.
So since then, I was super convinced that this game has tremendous potential. As I told you, people play till the age of 80. Okay. In fact, I'll just give you some information which is going to surprise you again. The women's doubles champion in an open category. Open meaning there are no restrictions on age. So generally you would believe that 19, 20-year-old kids would be the champions, right? So the doubles team champion is a 16-year-old daughter and her mother of 50 years.
Wow!
And they beat everyone. So they can, yeah. So when I see things like these, I believe that in India we have a, so US again a statistic is there that out of the 34 crore population they have, around 5 to 10% of them play this game actively, and we are not talking about once a month or something. It's they play actively, meaning once in 2
huge
days.
percentage.
Huge. So in India we have a population of 142 crores. Now we are the largest populated country in the world.
If you do 1% also, it's enough.
Yes. So we are looking at 5 to 10%, which is more than 5 to 10
So
crore people.
3% of Indians invest in stocks. You're looking to beat that also.
Yes, we'll definitely get there within the next 15-20 years, but surely we'll get there.
Brilliant. I mean, the plans are big, which is good. And you've had some big friends of yours also jump in, Shashank, which is great because of the equity that you've earned. Varun is a very big sports enthusiast and a lovely guy. And Karan also, your initial mentor. I don't know, he's somebody who's supported all the people that he's made films with also. Both of them came in also. Then once Bollywood, Abhishek did this with Kabaddi. And he used Bollywood very smartly also and not forcefully. I think this is a great way also that you managed to get on board. Did they come on board in 1 second?
Oh, absolutely. I think not just that. I think Alia, Varun, Karan, they were extremely excited. And I think all of them are excited that it's a new sport. And I think everyone's aim is awareness. I think we've all been on the other side where, they weren't popular or they didn't have the reach. And here today they are popular. They reach out to millions of people. And I think they're all aware that they can use their popularity and social, reach to promote something good for younger kids. So I think all of them came on in one go. Yeah. And everyone's intent is just the same, that let's create something new. I think as creative people, we get excited when we hear something new. Yeah. Right? Like we all know tennis, we all know cricket. The minute they heard pickleball, even they had funny questions to ask.
The first question was, what is his name?
Yeah, Varun was like, are you quitting film? I'm like, no, not at all, I'm not quitting film.
What did Karan say when you had pickleball?
Karan was like, I'm supporting you, just don't ever invite me to play. Because he's like, that'll be the worst publicity, because if they see me play, they will quit the game. So he's like, I'm there for you, do whatever you need, but please don't just embarrass me there. But other than that, I think they all were more than excited to come on board. And not just now, I'm sure more and more Bollywood people, when they come to know, and not just Bollywood people, more and more athletes in India, when they come to know of the game and the initiatives we are taking, I think they'll be more than happy to help us, support us, and just really create awareness about it.
This is for the entire team. Now again, you all choose 5th, 6th, 7th are doing the pickleball championship. Leagues, everyone talks about leagues, because उसमें teams आते हैं, team owners आते हैं, suddenly वहाँ interest बन जाता है. So is that a very far off possibility considering how fast you all are moving? It looks like you all could do a lot more quicker. So both those questions do answer. What are you expecting on this championship? And second, about the leagues, what do you all think about leagues?
From this championship, we are expecting a lot of talent to emerge. Looking at the competition, I'm sure more people would want to play this game.
are you as a talent management agency also going to then earmark and maybe pick some of the talents to send hone little bit more, you know, जो थोड़े सा और above average level है उनका? Would you be also doing that?
Yeah, definitely. We want to send players abroad, promote the game in India, and bring India on the map of pickleball. Make India the mecca of pickleball.
So one of the things that is also part of the tournament is we have something called the Triple Crown winner. So the person who wins the men's singles, who wins the men or women singles, doubles, and mixed doubles,
wow,
they get a free trip to any one of the international championships.
Wow, that's big.
That is also something we are promoting. And what you spoke about the league format,
yes,
I think development of pickleball needs to happen in phases in India.
Okay.
You need to have a very vibrant setup of coaches. You need to have a lot of people who come and start picking up the game, right, so that for youngsters it becomes the first option to pick up the game. That is part 2. Third, you need to have an influx of people ready to finance the game, put money in. You need to have bodies who are ready to fund people without worrying about results immediately. Right?
Correct.
So like we spoke about, let's say a Jindal Foundation,
yes,
which backed someone like a Neeraj
Chopra
Chopra to do what he did.
Yes.
And they must have backed so many athletes but one shown.
Yes.
So you need to have some people like that. And as I said, once all 4 of these things start growing together, we have something of a league in mind, but we don't want to jump the gun. We don't want to make an unsuccessful league. Right?
And this is not about you all wanting to make just money out of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people do make leagues so that they can make money out of it, and then it becomes unsuccessful. Just before I throw open, if anybody has any questions, press का अगर कोई भी सवाल है, you can ask. But एक last सवाल. What about the official? Is there a body, official pickleball body, जो governing body होती है, जो लोग पूछते हैं क्योंकि अभी Olympics में भी जा रहा है. इसका is there a pickleball official recognized body India में?
There are official bodies, but none of them are right now from the Sports Authority of India. It's a process. It's a step-by-step process that you need to do certain state level tournaments, nationals, and it takes a little bit of time. So that process is on, and eventually we'll get there. And there's an entire...
So if it does go to Olympics, we can still send a team. We are allowed to send a team अगर 10 साल में भी अगर हो जाए.
By then the associations would be in place. The Sports
Right.
Authority.
Okay.
Definitely, it's already, the effort is on. In fact, there was a tournament recently in UP, Noida, wherein the sports minister Anurag Thakurji, he was there. And he was playing and he's promoted that game as well.
बस खत्म हो गया फिर से. Wonderful. किसी को कुछ सवाल करने, please go ahead. मेरे पास मैं तो ऐसे बहुत सारे सवाल कर सकता हूँ. बहुत पूछे ना? हो गया? Wonderful. Done. So we'll have a photo up and then I want to unveil the trophy as well. मतलब ट्रॉफी भी निकालनी है, दोनों चीजें करनी है. So first we'll have a photo op and then we'll unveil the trophy. Okay, so gentlemen, if you all could all come ahead, and I would like to Shashank, आप इसको पकड़ भी लो so that you can have this in the frame as well. Please come in front. Can I just have the tables removed, please? Is there anybody here? On the count of 3, when you all are ready. Ready, sir? It's facing the right way, na? 3, 2, 1, and let's unveil the trophy. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the Global Sports Pickleball Championship. 5th, 6th, 7th. At the Celebration Club, it's going to be happening. I'm very main. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Players, can you just take a seat? Can we just have all the rest on stage only? Entire Global Sports team. If you could just come around the entire trophy. गा कौन रहा है भाई इसमें? All right, thank you. Can we have all the players, please, around the trophy? सर शशांक सर आइए ना बीच में. Yes. All right, wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. इसके बाद कौन सा गोल बुल बुला नहीं करना he said no पूछ रहा है where are you कहाँ थे आप he said कि बहुत वन से आप लोगों को सवाल करना है क्या अभी क्या किसको सवाल करना है बहुत हो गया सर आपने सारे सवाल कर लिए of course all right ladies and gentlemen if all parties are satisfied Shashank solo yes boys smile in all pictures nicely you never know which one will be taken huh you never know Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.